We'll say hello to Rocky, the iguana. Oh, and Scott Peterson, the reptile man from the Reptile Zoo right outside of Monroe. Scott, how long have you been here?
About 2004 we opened up here, and we're continuing to grow and expand and get new animals. And
like Rocky?
This is a rock iguana from Cuba.
Yeah?
Very friendly.
How many different animals do you have?
About 150 animals are on display here.
Yeah.
And it's hands-on, that people get to hold things and pet things. And
People can hold them, huh?
Yeah.
Can I hold Rocky?
Sure, he's quite friendly. He might lick you, so.
He might lick me. How do I? Woo!
There you go. He just likes to sit up high here. There you
Oh, Rocky. When we got here this morning, Scott was talking to these animals like they're your kittens, like they're your dogs, like your pets. Oh my gosh.
Well, they have personalities. Each one's different, and they recognize their keeper, and they know people.
I mean, how do you show them your affection?
When I go in the cage, I'll just pet him on the head and, scratch him.
What do you think is the most misunderstood thing about a reptile?
Well, the whole reptile has been demonized for so long, with the Godzilla movies and everything we see with Hollywood. But the fact is, reptiles are very shy creatures. They don't want to bite you. They don't want to attack you. They just want to be left alone, and they're not as aggressive as people think. Very shy creatures.
He is very sweet.
Yeah,
How old is he?
He's about 10 years old, but they think these will live 65 years. So it's like people.
And how much bigger will he get?
He'll get twice this big.
Oh, he just wants to nuzzle up to me. Oh.
Yeah, he's quite personable.
You also have the top 10 most deadliest? 5.
We have some of the top 10. We're working on the others. But yeah, we have the world's deadliest snakes here, like the black mamba. Very few zoos have mambas. Nobody wants to clean their cage. But it's a rare chance to see some of these animals.
So this is the most dangerous animal in the world?
Yes, the black mamba has a 90% fatality rate on people. So only 1 in 10 people survive their bite. And
but again, this one's devenomized.
He doesn't have his venom.
You're going to take him out?
No, I'm just trying to give him a flash his mouth here. Come on.
He's like, I'm not going to play.
All right, it's all right. That was a bluff strike. It's okay.
I'm with the reptile
you
man.
It's
okay.
It's all right. No, he's just. But you saw the black mouth. Did you see the mouth open up? Yeah, he was. That's his warning. He's saying, "Back off."
The cobra, Scott. Talk about the cobra.
Well, cobras don't want to bite you. So, in order to scare you off, they act big and tough. They stand up. They spread their skin out on their necks with their ribs. It's called a hood. And come on. And they hiss. Oh, stop it. Settle down. Big scary
Stop it.
cobra.
Settle down, he says.
Come on, stand up. Come on. That's called a hood.
Scott, why do you think so many people are afraid of snakes?
We're not born with the fear of snakes. We learn all of our fears but 2. We're only born with 2 fears.
Okay.
But when we're little infants, we look up and see other people act afraid of things. We learn all of our fears but 2. So, parents need to think about how they act around their children. We pass on our fears from generation to generation. And the movies don't help. What we see snakes in movies are
They've really been demonized, haven't
yeah,
they?
it's really unfortunate because they're very shy creatures. They don't want to bite you. They just want to be left alone.
It is true. He is backing away from you. He doesn't want to attack you.
No.
Boy, he's breathing hard, though.
Well, it doesn't make sense to bite animals that are bigger than you. You might bite him back. See, that's what they're thinking. He's just going to bite me back. So they'd rather put on this big show and avoid biting you.
How did you start this?
I've always had reptiles, but I was driving through the desert one night, and it just hit me. I had this vision of what I had to do. I saw myself standing in front of a crowd with snakes, and I quit my job 2 weeks later as a teacher, and I just started my own business.
And we should say your business is being the reptile man.
School assemblies, yeah. For over 20 years, I've been going to schools, and
and fairs and all kinds of things. Yeah,
everything. But it's a lot of fun. It really is.
So who is this guy, and what is he doing?
Well, this is an alligator snapping turtle, and nature's full of tricks. This is one of the most amazing tricks. His tongue looks just like an earthworm.
Yes, it does.
And he wiggles that all day, and fish just swim right into his mouth, and he snaps them up for dinner. So he goes fishing.
But there's no fish in here.
He thinks there might be. Yeah.
Hanging out.
Always hopeful.
Dude, you're gonna get fed later.
Yeah, he has a pretty easy life. Just lays around, his food swims into his mouth.
And where does he usually live? What's his
He's from Louisiana. People sell them on the meat markets. They like to eat snapping turtles. And that's actually a problem for them. They've been professionally trapped out for quite some time. So, yeah, he's one of the lucky ones.
Yep. It is what you see. It's a two-headed turtle. Scott, their names are Pete and Repeat. Who is who?
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot. Well, they're what we call conjoined twins, or they used to call Siamese twins. You got two bodies under one shell.
This is very rare.
Yeah. Oh,
Another very rare thing that you'll see here at the reptile zoo. And the difference, I learned this just a few minutes ago, the difference, this might be common knowledge, but to me, the difference between a turtle and a tortoise, turtles swim.
Yeah, tortoises only live on the land.
I didn't know that. The reptile man.
These are turtles.
So tell us about the reptile zoo, your hours, and where you're located.
We're open every single day of the year, 10 till 6 on the weekends, 10 till 5 on the weekdays.
And just east of Monroe. On
Yeah, a
Highway
mile
2.
east of Monroe on Highway 2.
Okay.
You can't miss us.
But you're also the reptile man.
Yeah, been doing school assemblies for 20 years.
Reptileman.com. This guy knows his stuff, clearly. And he's got a two-headed turtle. Thanks so much.
You bet. Thanks for coming.